From individual species to crocs that were individually caught and measured, here are 9 of the largest crocodiles in the world. Number 9. The Slender Snouted Crocodile. Coming in at just over 10 feet in length, the Slender Snouted Crocodile is a pretty big croc, especially since it weighs 405 pounds on average, but can get up to 500 pounds at points. Now, on one hand, the slender-snouted crocodile is usually known for eating small things like fish, amphibians, and other such creatures. But the tribes of Africa, where it resides, have noted that this croc isn't afraid to get dirty and will use any opportunity it finds to get its next meal, no matter how big or small it might be. As such, it has attacked some of these African tribes, and they always keep an eye out for it. There are actually several species of the slender-snouted crocodile, including ones that are known to reside solely in Central Africa, and others that are rooted in Western Africa. Despite their dirty nature, they are very shy and prefer to blend in rather than be seen by others and pestered. Number 8. Orinoco Crocodile. In South America, the largest predator on the continent is a crocodile. Specifically, the Orinoco Crocodile. That's right, a crocodile is the biggest predator in a place that has cats, snakes, and more. They're primarily found in the rivers in Colombia and Venezuela. Lengthwise, they can get up to 13 feet on average, with 17 feet being their max size, but some feel they can grow to even bigger lengths. Primarily, they feed on things like fish, birds, and other small creatures, yet they are known to attack humans at times, which is appropriate given that humans are known to hunt the species. One of the reasons for this is because the crocodile is known to hunt certain species of fish to such low numbers that humans can't get them themselves. Interesting fact, the females of the species actually bury their eggs and then wait for the cries of the little ones to bring them out of the ground, after which she'll watch over them in the waters she takes them to. Number 7. Maximo. Maximo was a saltwater crocodile that used to be in Australia via the St. Augustine alligator farm, and it was one of the largest to ever be measured. As for its definitive size, Maximo came in at an impressive 17 feet 9 inches long. But just as impressive is its lower teeth. It's 4 inches long, which a crocodile isn't usually capable of having. So technically, Maximo has a reverse bucktooth. Previously, the zoo had a crocodile named Gomek that was about the same size as Maximo, but a lot heavier, and it died as a result. Because of this, the zoo actually regularly worked out Maximo to ensure that it maintained a healthy weight. Maximo died in 1997. Number 6. Mugger Crocodile. Here is a creature who lives up to its name. The Mugger Crocodile is actually a species that prefers to ambush its prey on a number of different terrains. While all crocodiles are pretty much first-strike killers, the mugger takes it to another level. They'll wait in certain areas and snatch its prey, then drag it down into the water, which isn't too different from other crocs, but it's also been documented as being known to hunt in forests, as it actually goes onto trails and hunts for food there as well. Not to mention, they'll sometimes drag their prey into the water and wedge them between rocks for a while so they can simmer before they get eaten. So on land or in water, the Mugger Crocodile is to be feared. With its 10+ feet frame, it's got the length to literally go the distance. Though it should be noted that they have been recorded as being up to 18 feet at times, though this is rare. Another curious thing is they are known to use tools like lures to get birds to come closer to them. Number 5. Gustave. Gustave is a crocodile, to be clear, but it's also a killer. And not of animals, but of people, and quite a few of them at that. The apparent kill count of this croc in regards to humans is 300, but there is some debate as to whether this is an actual truth or just a legend getting out of hand. That being said, there's no doubt that Gustave is a killer, which makes the fact that his whereabouts are unknown quite unsettling. Yes, that's right, there's no current known location of this croc. That being said, we do know a lot of information on Gustave. For example, he was a Nile crocodile and he was 6 meters long, which is just short of the record for the largest croc ever measured. Though it should be noted that since he has not been caught and measured, all measurements are based on glimpses and photos and such. He would terrorize the Ruzizi River in Burundi, as well as a nearby lake, and because of his fame, many attempts were made to capture him, but none of them were successful. In fact, this led to a rather alarming realization that Gustave was actually a very smart croc. Just as scary is the fact that Gustave has survived many confrontations with armed humans. He has 3 bullet holes in him that can be seen quite easily, and it's said he has other scars on his body as well. The scariest thing of all, though, might just be that he's been known to leave his kills uneaten, which means he's capable of comprehending the notion of killing for sport. Much of the world wonders where he is now, but many are just hoping he's not near them. The last true sighting of him was in 2015. Number 4. Gharial. The gharial is a species of croc that can only be found in India. But as you can see, it's one of the strangest crocodiles ever because it has a really thin jaw and mouth. This is in stark contrast to most crocodiles and even alligators, which thrive because of their large mouths that they use to bite down on their prey in order to bring them down to the waters they live in. But for the gharial, it's not like that at all. They use their very thin mouth, which has 110 teeth in it, to catch fish. So it's a trade-off, but one that has worked in its favor, for they are very good at catching fish with their mouth. Unfortunately, there aren't many gharials left in the world. At last tally, there's around 250 in the wild, but there's likely fewer than that now. They're critically endangered, and it's unknown if they'll be able to bounce back. In regards to their size, the gharial is known to be 17 feet on average. However, there have been unconfirmed reports they can grow over 20 feet in length. Number 3. Dominator. Found on the Adelaide River in Australia, Dominator has been seen numerous times by numerous people, and though not technically measured, many suspect him to be around 20 feet long, which is massive. If you're wondering why a lot of people have seen this crocodile, it's because the Adelaide River is a tour boat destination, which is very ironic as that river is a hotspot for crocodiles. But clearly, some people don't mind the danger and are willing to pay big money to see a big croc. Speaking of danger, you definitely don't want to test the limits of what Dominator can do. This croc has been seen leaping out of the water so high that it could touch the canopy of one of the tour boats, which for the record is several feet high. Dominator is considered one of the king crocs of the river, and there doesn't seem to be a worthy challenger to take that title off of him. Though there have been many fights with other crocodiles in the river, but Dominator continues to come out on top. Number 2. Saltwater Crocodile. In terms of species, there is only one top contender for crocodiles that are alive in the world today, and that would be the saltwater crocodile. These crocs are massive and have been known to get over 20 feet, though its average is about 17. Its weight can vary from 400 pounds to well over 2,000. As for where you would find such a croc, they're usually spotted in salty areas of India, Southeast Asia, as well as Northern Australia. But here's the catch. Despite their size, they're actually pretty good swimmers. And contrary to how other crocodiles act, they're not afraid to go out into the sea in order to get food. Like most crocodiles, saltwater crocs are known for being very opportunistic predators, and as such, they'll lurk in areas waiting for food to come to them. But there have been reports of them going after humans and even eating them. Given their size, it's a potential that shouldn't be ignored. Sadly, people don't ignore them when it comes to profit, for the hide of a saltwater crocodile is extremely valuable, and though they aren't endangered, they are legally hunted. Number 1. Lolong. This is the story about a crocodile, one of the largest ever caught. And for this story, we go to the Philippines, where they somehow caught a massive saltwater crocodile that they eventually named Lolong. Not so ironically, Lolong is not just the longest crocodile ever caught, but it's also the heaviest. In terms of length, Lolong comes in at just over 20 feet, which made it a true behemoth, and then when you add its weight, which is 2,370 pounds, you can truly say this is one monster of a crocodile. The only thing more shocking than Lolong's size is how he was brought into captivity. You see, there was a joint operation that went down in 2011 with the goal of capturing this crocodile. The hunt went on for over 3 weeks, and it took people from the government, local villages, and actually crocodile hunters to take this one on. At one point, they had to drag Lolong onto land, and it took 100 people to do so, further proving its length and weight. But it didn't end there. Despite being restrained, Lolong repeatedly broke free from its containment, and only after 3 attempts was the crocodile eventually truly captured. So you might be wondering, why were they after this crocodile? It's because Lolong was believed to have been the source of several human deaths in the area, including a fisherman and a little girl. However, upon examining its stomach, no human remains were found. Still, the capture of Lolong was quite a feat, and one that will be remembered for quite some time, even if another crocodile is found to be bigger than it. Lolong died in 2013, but his record remains. Thanks for watching. How impressive are these crocodiles? Let me know what you think in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!